Peace, love, and blessings, fam. Day 40 of Wisdom of the Ages by Wayne W. Dyer. We're going to read this through for 60 days. So we got 20 more days. If you've missed any of the previous recordings, you can catch them on YouTube at Loyalty Life, spelled Lyfe, Legacy, LLC. Let's get into it. Day 40, Laughter. A child's laughter. All the bells of heaven may ring, all the birds of heaven may sing, all the wells on earth may spring, and all the winds on earth may bring, all sweet sounds together, sweeter far than all things heard, hand of a harper, tone of a bird, sound of woods as sundawn stirred, Welling's waters winsome word, wind in warm wane weather. One thing yet there is, that none, hearing ere his chime be done, knows not well the sweetest one, heard of man beneath the sun. Hoped in heaven hereafter, soft and strong and loud and light, very sound of very light, heard from morning's rosiest height, when the soul of all delight feels a child's clear laughter. Golden bells of welcome rolled, never forth such notes nor told, hours so blithe and tones so bold as the radiant mouth of gold. Here that rings forth heaven, if the golden crested wren were a nightingale, why then something seen and heard of men might be half as sweet as when laughs a child of 7. Algernon Charles Swinburne, English poet and man of letters. Algernon Charles Swinburne is known for his rebellion against Victorian social conventions and religion, and for the pagan spirit and musical effects of his poetry. Attempt to imagine the sounds that Swinburne presents in the opening of this sensitive poem on a child's laughter. Try to hear and see the bells and birds of heaven, the wails of earth springing, the winds, harps, rustling trees, and tones of singing birds. They are for the most part naturally melodic sounds that bring to mind the peace and serenity of nature. God's sounds, if you will, which can delight us when we calmly listen. Algernon Charles Swinburne, the prolific mid-Victorian poet who wrote this poem, is described as a master of word music and word color, terms that I find fascinating. He used his unparalleled artistry to liken the most beautiful natural sounds in our world to the sound of a child's laughter, and concluded they might be half as sweet. I love to read this poem over and over. I concur wholeheartedly with the poet. There is no sound sweeter than the sound of laughter, particularly the laughter of a child. When our youngest daughter, Sai, was an infant, she had the most infectious, glorious laugh I had ever heard. If something impressed her as funny, even at 10 or 11 months old, she would break into raucous laughter from somewhere deep down inside her belly. When this outbreak of hilarity occurred, everyone in the family gathered around and tried to get her to repeat her beautiful laughter. We all loved sharing the joy that our baby was experiencing. Just today, my young son Sans got a soccer ball stuck way up high in a palm tree after an earnest high kick at a soccer field where several hundred people were gathered. After many futile attempts to get the ball by throwing objects at it, I suggested to my friend Steve that I get on his shoulders with a rake in my hand, and as he lifted me up, I could poke the ball free. The sight of 2 grown men grappling with a rake, holding on to a tree, and balancing on a friend's shoulders sent my children into spasms of laughter. I'm glad that didn't end the way I was thinking it was going. We did retrieve the ball, although we were laughing so hard that we could barely compose ourselves. But when the task was completed, scores of people approached us telling us how much they enjoyed the sideshow. The fun of solving the problem and being silly and laughing will never be forgotten. by our children. The way to cultivate the habit of laughter and a healthy sense of humor is to get reacquainted with the child that resides in each one of us. Regardless of chronological age, very often we have the tendency to equate growing up with becoming serious, as if being mature means stifling our childish laughter. The speakers I enjoy hearing inject a sizable amount of humor into their presentations, and I particularly like the ones who laugh at themselves rather than make fun of others. The teachers for whom I have the most reverence, without exception, had a wonderful sense of humor, and they were unafraid to bring it into the classroom, be the subject chemistry, mathematics, or literature. The people I most enjoy being around in my life are those who can laugh frequently and raucously and provoke the same reaction in me. All my children fit this description. When I see their faces light up with laughter, I am thrilled all over. In fact, just sitting here writing these words and picturing my children laughing sends waves of good feelings throughout my body. Just thinking about laughing can be therapeutic. There's something about laughter and a sense of humor that is extremely healing. I love the observation made by Voltaire, who used humor and satire to so brilliantly in his writing. In laughter, he said, there is always a kind of joyousness that is incompatible with contempt or indignation. Voltaire was reminding us of the value of the sounds of laughter, saying that it is virtually impossible to be sad and to laugh at the same time. When you get into bed at night and review your day and discover that you haven't laughed very much that day, I recommend that you get out of bed and do something that constitutes pure fun. Just doing that will probably make you begin laughing. As you do, notice how much better you feel both physically and emotionally. When Norman Cousins was told that he suffered from a disease that was virtually incurable, a deterioration of the spinal cord that would claim his life, he decided to have as many hilarious films brought to his hospital room as the family could find. He spent every day watching reruns of comedy shows such as those of the Three Stooges, Abbott and Costello, and Jack Benny. His therapy was laughter. His true story, Anatomy of an Illness, was a bestseller that described how he was cured of his terminal illness through the medicine of laughter. When we laugh, we literally change the chemistry of the body. We introduce peptides and endorphins into our bloodstream that can have an enormous healing impact on the body. Isn't it fascinating that the tears of laughter have a different chemical makeup than the tears of sadness? Swinburne wrote of the sweetness of a child's laughter long before we had scientific medical evidence of the mind-body connection, or the medicinal value of laughter as both tranquilizer and stimulant with no harmful side effects. Our instincts tell us that we need to laugh to make life fun, to rid ourselves of stodgy thoughts and hardening of the attitudes. It is not just the sounds of those things around us, birds, trees in the winds, waterfalls and rain, that are natural. As Swinburne points out, in this melodious poem, there is something seen and heard of men that is also natural. The sounds of fun are the sounds that not only heal the body, as Norman Cousins told us, but also heal the spirit. An ancient Oriental proverb reminds us, time spent laughing is time spent with the gods. We have a natural instinct to include laughter in our lives. We all want to enliven our lives, to feel more connected to one another, to heal what ails, and to impact the world in a positive way. One of the simplest and most basic ways to achieve these lofty ideas is to spend more time just plain having fun and deliberately laughing out loud. As Swinburne puts it, heard from morning's rosiest height, when the soul of all delight fills a child's clear laughter. I never really considered Sahe's glorious outbursts of laughter when she was a baby as coming from the soul of all delight. Until I read this poem many times. Now, I know that the natural inclination to laugh and let it out without inhibition indeed comes from a divine space inside each of us. To put the wisdom of this poem into your life, try these suggestions. 1. Spend some time observing children interacting with one another. Notice how frequently they laugh as they play. Then remind yourself of the child in you who also has those same inclinations. Be childlike and less controlled in your life and allow that inner child to express itself in fun ways. 2. If you have labeled yourself as a serious person or someone who doesn't have a sense of humor, change that label right now. You do not have to stay stuck in any mode simply because you've become used to it. 3. Make a conscious effort to laugh more often, and don't let a day go by when you fail to laugh. This is particularly important on bad days. As Norman Cousin revealed, he changed his bad days to good days through the use of laughter. 4. Invite as many fun things that will provoke laughter as you can into your life. Going to amusement parks, concerts, comedy clubs, and funny and silly movies, playing fun games like Twister or Old Maid. All these kinds of activities will help you to rekindle the healing effect of laughter in your life. Be a child. Be a child. Keep repeating this valuable lesson. And 5. Let yourself be a little crazy. It lightens up your life. And when people ask what you're on, tell them, I'm on endorphins. Somebody have to look that up. They'll probably think it's a new form of a dolphin or something. Dad joke. Man. Laughter is very healing. Our spiritual teacher, the Divine Master Sri Master Gano Grills, encourages us initiates, students, and Baldacronosians to actually engage in some form of gut-busting laughter every day. Yo, you can go watch YouTube videos or IGs or TikToks about cats. I particularly, I know she said he spoke about not making fun of other people. I'm one that drastically makes fun of myself. What is wrong with my contact or my eye? This is ridiculous. I am one that makes fun of myself a lot. So I don't feel bad when I laugh at other people being made fun of, because it's good for you. It's good to have thick skin. I rank on my children all the time. You know why? Because my pops ranked on me. I swear to you, we would wake up in the AM, and before we even fully open my eyes, me and my brother, my cousins, before we open our eyes, my pops would be to say something like, boy, if ugly was a crime, you'd be on every corner. Like, bro, I just woke up. I'm not even fully functioning yet. Like, it's wild. Like, your teeth so yellow. If you yawn, people gonna slow down. Rest in peace, pops. Rest in power. So I lost my train of thought, but yeah, that was a beautiful moment for me to reminisce on. And sometimes you have to do that. So back to finding videos and things of that nature, and me liking to watch people get roasted. There's this new thing that I've seen where they'll have somebody who may have some type of abnormality. His nostrils might be super big. The person might be cross-eyed. They might be half bald. You know what I'm saying? I can't say a whole lot. So, in any case, you see what I mean? So I roast myself. Huh? Journey, come here right quick, baby. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to give y'all a real good laugh. Come here right quick, baby. Come here right quick. Come stand in front of the camera. Tell them what you be saying about Daddy Head. Tell them what you be saying about my head. It's not live.
He bald in the middle.
Thank you. Go ahead. Get on my door. I'm bald in the middle, right? Mm-hmm. She said, Dad, you like Caillou. You bald in the middle. You like a black Mr. Clean. So, I love to watch the videos where people have written comments that are hilarious, and then they turn all of those comments into a song. Oh my goodness. I be rolling. I'm talking about I be in tears sometimes. But again, it's because I can rank on myself. And I'm one that can definitely take what I dish out. So yeah, find something that makes you laugh today. Like my daughter just coming in here standing there staring for a few moments to say that I'm bald in the middle. Right. So thank y'all for being here. she get on my nerves sometimes. I thank y'all for being here. More so for yourself than for me. I ask you to find something to laugh at today, especially yourself. Laughing at yourself is very, very beneficial. Things that you don't like about yourself, fire yourself up. Roast yourself if you have to. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. It's enlivening, and it also breaks down the ego. So, thank you for being here. I ask you walk in love, walk in light, walk in peace, and know that you are loved.